The U.S. armed forces killed ISIS leader Abu Yusif in a precision strike in Syria. This was reported by the U.S. Central Command. U.S. forces conducted an airstrike on the terrorist leader in the Syrian province of Deir al-Zur. The strike killed 2 ISIS militants, including their leader Abu Yusif, known as Mahmoud. This airstrike is part of the Central Command's ongoing commitment, along with partners in the region, to disrupt and weaken terrorist efforts to plan, organize, and conduct attacks against U.S. civilians and military personnel and against our allies and partners throughout the region and beyond, the statement read. The Central Command noted that the strike had been carried out in an area previously controlled by the Syrian regime and the Russians. The statement emphasizes that the United States, working with allies and partners in the region, will not allow ISIS to take advantage of the current situation in Syria and rebuild its forces. ISIS intends to release more than 8,000 ISIS fighters currently detained in facilities in Syria. We will aggressively attack these leaders and fighters, including those who attempt to conduct operations outside of Syria, stated General Michael Curry, commander of U.S. Central Command. U.S. officials are trying to prevent a new, terrible scenario in Syria: a major terrorist escape from prisons. Currently, thousands of Islamic State militants remain in temporary prisons under the supervision of Kurdish forces, which are limited in their weapons. So now, the full-scale return of ISIS, Politico notes, may depend on whether the United States and a group of allies can prevent their escape. As Voice of America reports, U.S. diplomats and military officials have intensified their work with groups vying to chart a new course for Syria, as well as with Syria's neighbors, in an effort to ensure that the ousted regime of former President Bashar al-Assad does not replace a more unstable and dangerous future. In particular, General Michael Kurilla met in Amman with Major General Yusif al-Hunaiti, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of Jordan. According to the United States, Kurilla promised Jordan U.S. support if the situation in Syria deteriorates. At the same time, as Voice of America reports, Russia hopes to maintain its military presence in Syria with the help of Turkey. In particular, Russian state media have begun referring to the Syrians who overthrew the Assad regime as rebels rather than terrorists, which is likely a sign of Moscow's desire to engage diplomatically with the new government in Syria. Obviously, this is a serious blow to Russian policy in the region, and it's a personal humiliation for President Putin. Thomas Graham, a representative of the Council on Foreign Relations, told VOA. In 2015, Putin sent troops to Syria to save Assad from rebels. Less than 10 years later, Russia has been unable or unwilling to do anything to prevent the fall of the regime. And back to Ukraine. Commandos from the 6th Separate Special Ranger Regiment of the Ukrainian Special Operations Forces cleared the positions of the Russian and North Korean military in the Kursk region. A video of the operation was published on the official Telegram page of the Ranger Regiment. First of all, the enemy positions were fired upon by artillery and a multiple launch rocket system using GMLRS missiles. A cluster of North Korean troops, along with Russians, who were trying to prepare their positions for defense, was successfully hit. The second phase of the operation was the involvement of a group of commandos who infiltrated the enemy's positions and engaged in close combat. According to the Rangers Regiment, more than a dozen enemy soldiers were killed in the course of this mission. The clearing of the positions took place in a forest belt near the village of Kruglenki, the Kursk region. Earlier, Militarny reported that the soldiers of the 17th Separate Heavy Mechanized Brigade of Kryvyi Rih, together with adjacent units, had delivered a crushing blow to the North Korean infantry in the Kursk region. The destruction of the enemy units took place southeast of the village of Kremiane, Russian Kremiano, in the Koronevsky district. It should be noted that on December 15th, the North Korean units attempted to storm the positions of Ukrainian defenders for the first time, suffering losses of about 30 soldiers. Also, near the village of Kurilivka, 3 soldiers from the DPRK went missing, forcing the enemy to withdraw the unit to replenish it with personnel from the 94th Separate Brigade of the DPRK Army. The first participation of the North Korean military in hostilities in the Kursk region was recorded on December 14, 2024. The defenders reported that the North Korean units had attacked with infantry platoons of 20 to 30 men each without transport, and their actions had been effectively suppressed by the artillery of the Ukrainian Defense Forces. In addition, on December 16, 2024, the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine reported that the North Korean units had withdrawn for replenishment due to significant losses at the front. Same as on December 14th and 15th, the North Korean units attempted to storm the positions of Ukrainian defenders, where they lost about 30 soldiers. In addition, 3 North Korean soldiers went missing near the village of Kurilivka, which led to the withdrawal of the unit and its manning. The DIU notes that the unit is being manned by personnel from the 94th Separate Brigade of the North Korean Army. Ukrainian drone operators from the 414th Battalion Magyar's Birds destroyed a Russian T-72B3 2022 model, 3 BMPs, and damaged 1 more BMP using FPV drones with fiber optics in Zhovte, Donetsk region. Magyar's Birds is a distinguished Ukrainian drone unit founded by Robert Brovdy, known by the call sign Magyar. Initially formed as an aerial reconnaissance group, the unit has evolved into a formidable force specializing in strike drone operations, electronic reconnaissance, and remote mining. Their innovative tactics have significantly enhanced Ukraine's drone warfare capabilities. In recognition of their effectiveness, the unit was expanded from the 414th Separate Regiment of Strike Unmanned Aircraft Systems to a full-fledged brigade in December 2024. Tens of thousands marched to the center of Tbilisi, paralyzing the city with traffic jams. Protests in Georgia continue over election fraud and the government's refusal to pursue EU membership talks until 2028. In December 2024, Georgia experienced significant anti-Russian protests, with tens of thousands gathering in Tbilisi. Demonstrators opposed the government's perceived shift towards Russia, particularly following the election of Mikhail Kavalashvili, a former Premier League footballer with anti-Western views, as president.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.